Welcome to Inside Design with Kandrak and Cole, hosted by two nationally published Atlanta interior designers, Joanne Kandrak and Kelly Cole. These energetic women are also world travelers, charity givers, and bloggers with a wealth of information to share and stories to tell about the interior design world. Okay, now just a warning, this is going to be fun and not too serious. After all, they still do have an interior design business running at full speed.
Hello, everybody. This is Inside Design with Kandrak and Cole, and today is episode number 42. And our topic today is a really interesting one. It is the pros and cons of online furniture shopping. So it's very interesting. The landscape of the interior design business has been altered drastically over the last few years. The days of buying home furnishings through a designer that were considered trade only, meaning items could only be purchased from a designer, surely have changed.
Mm-hmm. So manufacturers almost exclusively sold to designers in brick and mortar furniture stores. And there was generally kind of a set retail price, and then designers either sold at retail or offered a discount based on their buying power. So furniture stores generally could purchase the items at a better price due to the volume that they were purchasing, but they didn't normally sell things as customized as a designer would, or they definitely didn't. So that's kind of where we've made our living, you know. So
interior design basically, for some part, has gone digital. And what that means is like the in-person designer or client relationship, some people feel is not really necessary.
So sad.
I know. And then, e-design came out where a client can send photos and measurements and send them to a design team, and they create a space plan and links to purchase the furniture on their own.
And then there's also, you may have seen online, space planning software. So you can upload a photo of your room, and then you as the user can see different room arrangements, sometimes with the product inserted into that room arrangement. And then, of course, we have all the social media advertising out there. So furniture can be received quickly at a great price and free shipping and all these little incentives.
So how many times, let's just say you decide to go look for a chair on a site, and then you go onto Facebook, and all of a sudden that company's on Facebook, and there's all kinds of chairs coming at you. So this whole digital furniture is really kind of in our face.
Absolutely.
And
there are some pros.
Yeah, there's definitely some pros.
We're not going to be a total naysayer on this episode, but we just want to keep it real because we have definitely experienced both sides of the good and the bad and the ugly of
So
this.
we're going to share the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the pros. All right. It's a huge time saver.
Yeah.
I mean, you can literally, get onto your computer, search for something, and click a button. And then there's a wide range of product. You can you can get caught in the rabbit hole and see all different kinds of styles maybe you weren't aware of.
Yeah.
You might see things mixed together that you thought, I wouldn't know those would look good together. But now that I see it in this photo, it looks very good together.
Yeah. And you can also compare easily. You can look at multiple manufacturers and see if, once you have a product number, then you can kind of help with the search. And then they have the little, thing at the bottom that says, if you're interested in this, look at this. And so that accessibility is just really there. I mean, you're in your pajamas, you're in your living room, you're drinking a glass of wine, you're bored getting your oil changed, and you're searching for this kind of stuff online.
And then sales discounts, they're always, free shipping today, there's a discount today. So the competition's pretty fierce.
Yeah.
So you can really find, great deals.
I also like the reviews. I rely very heavily on them. So I always, I think this is a good pro that you'll hear the good and the bad, and this can really help you make a decision if, let's say, the color generally doesn't come out the same, or the legs were really hard to, the assembly was difficult or whatever. So I really lean on the reviews.
Yeah, those are very, very helpful. Okay, so some of the cons. This is definitely bit nuts a few times. Seeing something on a screen is definitely not necessarily how it will look in person.
Yeah.
And it's always hard to tell the quality when you're looking at something online. Is the seat comfortable? Do the drawers open smoothly? This is something that you can't do when you're searching online. So, like I said, judging the color, computer screens are very different.
Yep.
And then descriptions. So something's described maybe as navy blue. Well, what is navy blue in your mind might mean royal blue or indigo blue, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And my biggest thing is you're not dealing with a real person. Now, I think some of the companies do have some good customer service, but like, here's a perfect example. Where was I? Oh, we were just working on this multifamily project. One of our big clients wanted a outdoor patio designed very quickly because the senior VPs were coming into town.
Quickly is like in a week.
Yeah, like, oh my God, holy camole. Okay, we'll get this done for you.
Jump, how high? Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah, in the off season. So we went out and scoured our sources and we found some great outdoor pieces, but we wanted the case goods, i.e. the little tables and coffee tables and stuff, to be kind of funky, cool, and different for this contemporary patio. So I knew at this time of year and the only way to get it was to be online. So we ordered a few pieces, and two of the pieces I paid expedited shipping on so that it would come in 2 days. So I got the tracking. It came on time. They opened the box and there was a huge chip in the top of one of the tables. So I go online and where was I? I was in a place where I couldn't talk on the phone. So I did the online chat. And I talked to this very nice person named Kimber, who gave me, I could just tell, I sensed that I wasn't going to get anywhere. It was just this canned response. Wow, we're very sorry for your, for the damage, and we will expedite this return. And normally they come in 3 to 6 days. And I'm going, no, you don't understand. I paid $115 extra to have this arrive on Friday. Now I can accept that it can come on Saturday, but you need to make this happen like now. And it was just so obvious that this person I was chatting with, who was probably in another country, couldn't get it done for me. I was so frustrated.
Well, delivery issues, I think, are probably the biggest problem with online furniture shopping. So one of the things that you really need to watch out for is many of these free shipping options are curbside delivery, meaning they're not going to take it to your door. They're not going to take it into your house. They're going to leave it at the curb.
Yeah.
And trust me, drivers are not there to assist you.
They are not, and they don't want to.
They will not do that. They cannot do it.
If you have a 20 in your hand, they may be a little more helpful, but it's not their job.
Yeah. So, okay, another huge one is the item might come in pieces and need to be assembled. So sometimes this great deal, free shipping, you get it and you spend like numerous hours, like trying to put it together.
Oh my gosh, remember when I ordered that dresser from one of the normal places, and it was for a model, and we get it and it comes in these little tiny boxes. We're like, oh God. And our installer, Chris, is looking at us like, I hate you so much right now. And it was as bad as an IKEA piece. It may have even been worse.
It was worse.
And it took him, and I have to say, it was really good looking when it got put together. But even him, who knows exactly what he's doing, it took him 2.5 hours to put that thing together.
And like we said, it looked good, but the drawers, oh my God, it's perfect for a model because someone doesn't have to use it.
There's no soft close there.
Yeah. So,
how about the packaging and the cardboard? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
And all the styrofoam.
If you live in an apartment or a condo, you have to deal with all that styrofoam and cardboard and cut it all up. It's really a pain. And then it can arrive late, which this is what we just dealt with. So tracking is all it's all good when it works. So we had tracked these packages that were supposed to arrive on Friday, and it says, we'll arrive today. And then there's like a little line that shows how far it's going. And then all of a sudden the next day, you figure, oh, okay, it made it. No, now the little line has gone a little bit further, and now it's not going to come until Tuesday. So that right there, if you're having a party or you have an event where you need a piece, you cannot count on it for sure.
Here's a perfect example. So my oldest daughter, she just moved to Chicago with her first new job, and she lives in Lincoln Park, and so she's been ordering furniture online. And I sent her a chair, and it was supposed to get there last Thursday. And it was tracking Thursday. All of a sudden, it says Friday. Okay, well, this is a good thing because her boyfriend's coming to visit from Atlanta, and he can help her because guess what? She's on the 3rd floor, and it's a big wing chair, and she needs help getting it up the stairs. So she was psyched. So I text her on Saturday morning. I'm like, send me a picture of the chair. She goes, oh, now it's coming Tuesday. I'm gonna have to find a neighbor or somebody to help me get it up the stairs.
That's a royal.
So aggravating.
Royal. And then sometimes it goes to the wrong address.
Oh, yeah.
And then it gets held up, and it's just, so that's probably the biggest con of the delivery issues.
Yeah. I mean, it's free shipping, but
yeah, you get what you pay for.
yeah.
Okay, so some other things, you have less freedom of customization for sure. You have to pick the furniture that is on that site.
Yes.
So, for example, if you would like that sofa to be a little wider, if it's 86, that's it. It's 86. Like, you can't customize anything.
Like you can with an interior designer.
Yeah.
Although I will say there are a few Pottery Barn, Ballard designs where you can customize, but they are not cheap.
Yeah.
Those pieces are really, and they're nice. We've done several for clients, but it's not cheap at all.
The thing about Pottery Barn and Ballards, though, is that they do have brick and mortar stores. So if you really wanted to go and look at them, you could sit in them and see them. But there's a lot of online places that there's no way. You just have to go blindly on what you see on the site.
Yes.
And then most people don't really have the skill that's required to design a space, like the scale, the proportion. Most people don't even know the types of quality. What is, do people know what 8-way hand-tied means when it comes to a sofa? Performance fabrics are generally not shown on these online sites.
Yeah, they're getting there. It's getting better, but there's still a whole bunch of them that don't.
Yeah, and making it personal, which is something that, a designer can help you do. But that's that. And then with the reviews being such a pro, one of the cons is you cannot always trust these because, unless there's 5 gazillion positive 5-star. But if there's, just a few, you can't necessarily trust that someone's going to have the same standards, that you do when it comes to what they like in furniture.
Yeah.
So,
now, we realize that this is the way our industry is going, and we don't want to totally slam it because I think there are some pros to it, and as we discussed in the beginning, and we use these online sources when we need to. There's always little things we need to pick up, or clients that want to do things on there. And heck, I just ordered for my lake house. I ordered 4 swivel counter stools from Ballards. They were having 30% off, and I have the same ones in my current home, and I ordered them in black for the lake house. I love them. They've done so well for me, and so I ordered them again. So there's still there's still a lot of pros out there, but I think what we're trying to point out is that these online companies are replacing the expertise and the resources of interior designers. And I guess it really just depends on what you want. If you are on a strict budget and like my daughter in Chicago, she went with nothing. She literally, I shipped her bedding from college that she really loved. And so she ordered a sofa from Wayfair. She ordered some IKEA stuff. She ordered a chair from Overstock, and God knows what the quality is, but she likes it. She says it's comfortable.
It'll last her a year or two.
Yeah, but it was perfect for her situation. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So, and she didn't care about customization and quality and, and all that. And she didn't have the money to pay for it. So it worked out really well for her.
And she had you as, to help her out, kind of to tell her about sizing and whatever. And they're like I said, some of these e-design companies where you'll send them the photos and the measurements. A lot of times, not all of them, but a lot of times they're very young, recently graduated designers who can work on CAD and space plan, but you're not really getting the full, I don't know. It's just not as personal. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. But it's it's just not the way that I think for your main spaces or. I think it's great for college kids. I think it's great, maybe for a basement.
Kids' rooms.
But, yeah.
There's so many places I would use it. And I'm trying to think what other places I used it at the lake house. I used it more for like hardware, lighting. I didn't buy a ton of furniture for the house, even though I was on a budget. I didn't buy a ton from online because I just, there's just times, and I'm just so, maybe it's just because I'm so picky, but where I wanted to touch and feel the finish, and I wanted to open and close the drawers, and I wanted to sit in the chair, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it.
And plus the other thing too is if you're wanting to do a room from scratch, it's really hard to do it this way.
Yeah.
Buying piecemeal, and this one's coming, you really kind of lose the whole like wow factor if you're getting a chair and then a month later you're getting the sofa, and then
Yeah.
so that that is part of it. So
just be aware. Just it's not going to go away, and like we said, there are pros and cons, but we just be aware of some of these things we're talking about.
Yeah. So some of the popular online retail sites, I'm sure many of you know some of these, but there might be a couple that are new. So there's Wayfair, Birch Lane, All Modern, Jocelyn, Maine.
I bet a lot of people don't know those last ones, Birch Lane, All Modern, and Jocelyn, Maine.
They're all they fall under the Wayfair umbrella, though.
Oh, they do.
So when you do go into Wayfair, you may have never really noticed Birch Lane,
Yeah.
All Modern, Jocelyn, Maine, Paragold. Paragold is kind of like the upper level house. They sell a ton of furniture. Amazon, of course. World Market.
Oh, World Market just like for forever had 40% off all their furniture.
Really?
Yeah, I was looking at it for Emery.
And that's one of those places where you could go to the actual retail store, look at the things in person, and then order online.
Yep.
Modsy is another one.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, they do a lot of online. Yeah, check it out.
Oh, cool. Learned something new today.
One Kings Lane.
Yeah, they've been around. They have cool stuff.
Yep. Lulu in Georgia, very cool stuff. And then Lexmod, which is a little more, of the modern, of the modern stuff. But there's a gazillion more. Those are just kind of like, really the top ones.
One of my new favorites is build.com. I just was online this weekend. I had to pick all the hardware for all my cabinetry in the lake house. And what I like about their site is the searchability. So I could go in and say, for example, I want double towel or robe hooks. I want them in matte black, and I want them to be in this price range, and I want them from this brand. Boom.
Yeah.
It made my life so much easier.
Is really that's a deal breaker for me. I love the sites like that you can just filter down to everything. Otherwise, because they have so many products, you'd be like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling forever. Lamps Plus is another one that's like that.
Yeah, they have great searchability. Yeah.
So
and Shades of Light is another light one that we do order from online. What did you just tell me to go? Oh, we were doing one of our Design for a Days where we our concierge design service that we talked about in a couple episodes ago, and I needed a flush mount, and Joanne was like, "Look at Shades of Light; they've got a great collection, and they
have the best ones.
So good. If you need flush mount or semi flush, I don't know what it is, but their collection on Shades of Light is really good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so, to toot our horn again, designers, when it comes to, we understand how spaces flow together, how to combine fabric. I'm kind of off today.
Yeah.
How to combine fabrics. And how furniture placement affects conversation.
Yeah.
That's a huge one.
Yeah.
Impulse buys on furniture and accessories that you think may work in a room can add up and cost you more in the long run. Did you ever you're having a party?
Yeah.
This coffee table looks terrible. I need to go get another one. You run out and grab one because it's available. And then it's great for the party. And then a couple weeks later, you're like, that's not really what I wanted. I should have never bought that.
It never works out.
It doesn't work out.
So,
don't necessarily try to rush because you want to just fill a space.
Yeah.
And then we can combine ideas in a cohesive way that looks collected, pulled together. And that takes, experience, talent, and insight.
Yep.
And I think that's what designers do well. And we know manufacturers. We know, we talk with our movers and our receivers, and we're like, who has the biggest, damages? We want to stay away from those companies. And there are 3 big ones, and it's just that experience, helps you into making these kinds of decisions.
Well, and we've had, like I said, we order from the online manufacturers at times, and there are several that we really love their stuff, but they always either their customer service is terrible or their stuff comes in damaged on a regular basis, and those are two things that we cannot handle. I mean, we have too much purchasing going through our company to bog down our staff with those kind of problems, and it's disappointing, but there's still plenty of other good ones out there. But yeah, I mean, I think that what we're trying to do in our company as we look forward to 2019 is how to provide the full service luxury design that we have been doing for years and years to our clients, but also help out those that are maybe not headed in that direction and are the consumers that like all the online stuff and the quickness of it and the cheapness of it, and all the pros that we talked about, all that you can buy and all the goodness that's out there, and how we can still help them. So I think we're going to have some other episodes on that, because it's, like I said, it's not going away, but we want our listening audience and our clients to just do it right and be aware of the pitfalls that are out there. So, this working with my daughter in Chicago has been such a really learning experience for me, because I have been searching online for her and with her, and I'm kind of teaching her, like, okay, honey, your sofa's 88 wide. You do not want a 48-inch, coffee table if you want. If you guys want to put your feet up and you've got a person at each end of your sofa, your coffee table needs to be wider. You don't have, she's in an old, historic place. There's not a lot of outlets like there are these days. So the light fixtures that she selects are really important. They need to have a lot of light. So the 60 water is not going to work for you. So these are all kind of the things that I'm teaching her to look out for, and how to measure. And so we'll keep talking
like that
about
word.
It. Measure. Got to do it.
Yeah.
It's so important, right? Yeah. So anyway, so hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah, industries are changing.
Yeah. I mean, it's out there and it's not going anywhere.
Changing. No.
Yeah. You know what we should do just for kicks is, like, we should go and pretend to be a client on one of these digital things and see, like, how legit it is. I don't want to waste anybody's time, but I would love to.
I love these ones that will do the whole room for $299. Like, I can't imagine what you're getting.
Ooh, yeah. This is why I kind of want to test it out and see what it's like.
Go ahead.
Somebody test it out and call us and let us know how it went. We really want to know.
Yeah.
We'll have you on the show.
Yeah, and just make sure that you tell the person to measure.
Yeah. Okay, fancy pants. Next time you don't measure, don't come running to me with your crybaby-ness.
All right.
What quote you want?
So I want the funny quote, because I changed it at the last second, because I had my funny quote already in there, and then I saw this and I was like, oh no, I can't wait. I have to do this one now. Okay.
So the inspirational quote for today comes from Dorothy Draper, who is, iconic in our industry. And she says this about interior designers. You don't sell a commodity. You sell joy, gaiety, excitement. You aim at people's hearts, not their minds.
Kind of goes along with this online shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really
that
sell
is
a commodity.
We don't. Yeah. It's so much bigger than that for us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, you ready for this funny quote?
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Jonathan Adler. We believe when it comes to decorating, the wife is always right, unless the husband is gay. Oh my God.
Yep.
So perfect.
And so true.
So true.
Yes. Absolutely.
Thanks for the laugh, Jonathan Adler.
Yes. We have many husbands interrupting the flow of progress. And it's not okay. But if they're gay, then that's okay. A whole nother story. The respect level goes up a couple notches. Yeah. Okay, everybody. So thank you for tuning in today. And
we're always, we love to get feedback. So, if you want to go to our website, www.candrac, KANDRAC-KOLE.com. There's a little reach out to us page, or we're on every social media thing there is. So send us a comment, a question. If there's something you want us to talk about, we'll be happy to take your suggestion.
We would love to.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening and have a great week.
Bye.
Join Joanne and Kelly weekly for a lively conversation about trends, travels to industry events, current design projects, the good, the bad, and the ugly, do's and don'ts, product recommendations, and more. Be sure to follow the fun on Facebook. They're on Instagram at Kandrak Cole, and of course, you've got to visit them online at kandrak-cole.com for more information.